Hello, my name is Harton Watko. Welcome to our program. Well, once a month, I planned that we would have the CNG. That would stand for the Citizens National Guard. Now, what that means exactly, I have explained many times before. Now, what exactly do the citizens do for the country? Well, basically to support the president. After all, he is the majority. After all, he is the democratically elected president. And once more, after all, he's possibly the only president that has been doing right. Now, let's look at what it takes to be a president, especially like President Duterte. Well, everybody has vulnerabilities, most especially a president. With what's going on all around the world and locally, the president always is pressured whether he makes a decision either yes, no, no, yes. These have very big consequences and repercussions. For example, we have President Trump in America who's making America first, and he's correct. So he's doing all these sanctions and embargoes. For example, what you've been reading, the steel and aluminum. This has been affecting America, Europe, China, and everybody else around the world. Don't forget, when America hiccups, the rest of the world gets a flu. Here in the Philippines, we can't say necessarily, walang laban sa amin yan, walang pakialam sa atin. Not necessarily. One way or the other, it's called the economics of the world. Every movement, every energy, everything still moves about. Ladies and gentlemen, with us, we have Butch Valdez. You've seen him here. He's my monthly guest, and he enlightens us on all the issues coming around the president as well as around the world. Butch, thanks, you're here again. And thanks for covering for me when that 1 or 2 weeks I wasn't here. Yes. Butch, yes. Vulnerability ng presidente, parang, is it just the yellow tards? Not necessarily. Is it the critics on Facebook? Hindi naman masyado, and the trolls, no? Pero saan siya vulnerable? Ngayon, tinutulak niya BBL. Now, yan, I'm not sure I know where I stand on BBL. In fact, I have a problem because the Muslims, okay, there's 4%. We are 96% being the Christians. Now, how does that come to an equation when you have the BBL, when to me, in any which way I look at it, it seems like secession. Parang ganun eh, because different religion, different, miskin natural resource. Sa kanila, there's some independence. And what, now they're going to do a territorial a perimeter fence, so to speak? Are we going to have our own Gaza here eventually? Parang ganun eh. Your thoughts?
Well,
let's start with BBL.
Well, as far as the BBL is concerned, I think the president realized that because the previous administration had came up with their version of the BBL, the president had to come up with the BBL, but of different.
Something that's constitutionally palatable.
Yes. Okay. And because the previous administration practically was selling out a territory of the country which was unconstitutional, basically.
Well, what's the difference with this one? How can you have a BBL if you're really not going to put demarcation lines?
That's right. I suppose the demarcation lines are quite more manifest in this new BBL than the previous one. And the other thing that this BBL has, it's more inclusive as differentiated from the other BBL, which seemed to push away the Tausugs.
So more inclusive too of all the different...
Which means it includes the Tausugs, very important group of the Muslims, right? And it's what they call the warrior group, right? And at that time when the previous Noynoy's administration was pushing theirs, I said, this is not a formula for peace.